Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. To all my returning subscribers, thank you very much. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So yes, looks like Nigeria is about to gain or regain or gain, whichever one, the trust of Americans again. Yes, ask me how. Dangote Refinery has now started exporting petroleum to the US. Yes, if you don't know, Dangote is a Nigerian who owns a refinery in Nigeria that barely started. They started refining. I think they started building it like the refinery like a few years ago, and barely 1 year they've just started, refining crude oil in Nigeria. And yeah, it's just been 1 year that the Dangote refinery started being in operation, in full operation, and now just barely 1 year into refining, they have now started importing, or rather they've imported the first Dangote refined petroleum from Nigeria to the US. Yes, so it says yes, Nigeria multi-billion-dollar Dangote Petroleum Refinery has crossed another milestone with the successful exportation of petroleum to the United States, even as the facility's growing global reach has rekindled debates over the viability of the country's loss-making state-owned refineries. Okay, basically it's self-explanatory, and yes, it is a good thing. Obviously, you know that when there's a strong trade between one country and another, it's a kind of a relationship between that country and another, and is a kind of way to build trust again. Okay, so America and Nigeria has had not the best few years, I would say, especially this year, where America started revoking the already issued visas of Nigeria. Okay, and for reasons best known to them, not just Nigerians anyway, they're just revoking visas. However, it affected Nigerians, so I just want to make it clear to say that it's not just Nigerians, but most African countries actually, but it affected Nigerians. So but now, with a strong trade relationship between America and Nigeria, they will kind of come and mend that relationship, because I know a lot of people had a lot of feelings. Some people felt it's a certain way. Some people were like, why, what is the reason? Some people were like indifferent, which is understandable from both countries. Americans are like, okay, yeah, we have to do it. So it's just been a thing. But however, I think this is a good one, if you ask me, because it will bring trust. So this trade agreement, rather, or this trade relationship, will build trust between America and Nigeria. And Dangote is if not the best person that can build it right now, because he's kind of the strongest businessman in Nigeria that can export something that America will probably, or the international community would most likely need from Nigeria. Because Nigeria, we are not huge in production of different things. We are not huge in exportation. We rather import. We are huge consumers. We are not huge exporters. We are rather huge importers from China, from America, from from other countries. We are not, but I know that this is one product that most countries may want: petroleum product, different kind of petroleum products, even crude oil. I know that Nigeria exports crude oil to other countries. However, the refined final product of crude oil is one thing that we've been clamoring for, this particular thing. We had refineries in Nigeria for years that was not working, and some of those refineries, Kaduna refineries and other refineries, they were shut down because of operations. I don't know why the Nigerian government ran these things down. However, Dangote just built a refinery. Obviously, for him to be able to export to America, that means the refinery is of top-notch standard. If you ask me, I would say this is a very welcome development. Probably the relationship between Nigeria and America is about to come stronger. Could it be the reason why our president was saying that everything is fine, that's everything, there's peace, that everything is going well in Nigeria since he entered?
The reform that I've embarked upon since I took over in Nigeria has been very impactful. I can beat my chest for that. It was initially painful, but today the result is blossoming. is getting clearer to the people. We have more money to the economy, no more corruption. We have the governor of Central Bank here. You don't have to know him before you get the foreign exchange that you need. The door is open for businesses. Easy in, easy out.
That things are moving well, that everything is fine. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that Dangote Refinery is going to America does not mean the rest of Nigeria is working. No, I can say, however, it is a welcome development. I applaud Dangote Refinery. Congratulations to Dangote Group of Companies and all that, and it's a welcome development. However, coming to Nigeria now, it could be what the president saw, or he of course he's aware of this, for him to say that everything is beautiful, perfect. Yes, in that angle, I'll say yes, kudos to them, right? However, Nigeria, we still have a long way to go. Things are not working the way it's supposed to work. People are suffering. Petroleum prices are even high in Nigeria as I speak to you. Petroleum is very, very high. Of course, there's no fuel subsidy anymore, so petroleum is not being subsidized for Nigerian citizens. Although we are refining right now in Nigeria. Even though we are refining, I don't know if Dangote Refinery is serving the whole of Nigeria, because Nigeria is a very big country. Okay, so point is, even though it's a welcome development that we are happy to say it's a good thing that is happening to Nigeria and Nigerians, and trade between Nigeria and America and the United States of America, and for Dangote Group of Companies, it doesn't still say that things are yet good in Nigeria. We still have a lot of things to fix. So let's not lose guard. According to Nigerians, let's not lose focus. Okay, we still need our president to show working. We still need inflation to come down. We still need the cost of living, for people to be able to afford the basic things of life. Okay, we still need insecurity to be addressed in Nigeria. We still need a lot of things to be addressed. We still need unemployment. I know that Dangote Refinery, obviously it's been there, it has solved one or two unemployment situation, but the unemployment rate in Nigeria is still very, very high. It should be sitting around over 40% or 30 something percent, which is very high, and the unemployed people are the young people. So their employment rate is still very high. Yes, so Mr. President, kudos to you and whoever and Dangote Group of Company. However, we still need a lot of things to be fixed in Nigeria. Okay, come 2027, please, we still need to vote in the right candidates. Okay, yes, that's what I have to say. But however, it's a welcome development. Americans, what do you think about this? Nigerians, what are your thoughts? And I hope that even though you people are Dangote Group of Company, even though you're exporting crude oil to America, I hope we have enough in Nigeria to serve the people. I hope the prices of petroleum and other crude oil products like kerosene and gas is affordable for the people, because I know last time I checked, crude oil, petrol is so very expensive that people can hardly afford it. Yes, as at the beginning of this year, the prices of petroleum products were very, very high. I hope that should be looked into. Okay, it's not enough to know that you're able to produce enough to export to America. I know that it's a good thing for you to export, because obviously if you export, you're bringing in good dividends to Nigeria, but we still need Nigeria to work, and we still need the challenges that Nigerians are facing every day in terms of even this petroleum product and poverty and other things to be fixed by Nigerian government. But kudos to Dangote Group of Companies. Share your thoughts with me. If you're not yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button. And if you're not, share your thoughts with me. What are your thoughts? Do you think this is a welcome development? If you're an American, are you happy about this development? If you're a Nigerian, what are your thoughts about this? But I would definitely say, for me, it's a welcome development. I think it will kind of salvage the relationship between America and Nigeria, because we don't want that relationship to get sour. We have a lot of Nigerians in America that will want to come and visit their relatives, and we still want to have a good relationship with America. I'm speaking on the behalf of all Nigerians right now. I'm sure most Nigerians will agree with me that we will still want people that have good intention to freely travel to America without fear or favor, or without being misjudged or blacklisted or boycotted, or yeah. So guys, actually share your thoughts with me, whatever your thoughts is. What do you think is the significance of this, and what do you think is this is a welcome development? What do you think personally, as to this development? For me, I feel is a welcome development, and for me, I feel the significance of this is that this delivery demonstrates that Dangote Refinery fuel meets strict US quality standards. Obviously, for the Dangote Refinery to be able to deliver petrol to the US, there are strict standards that US uphold, and for them to be able to accept this product from Dangote refinery, that means they definitely met their strict standards, which is a good thing. And another important point I want to point out, that this shows that if Nigerians want to do something well, they can. Yes, please, my fellow Nigeria, just note this point. If Nigerians and Nigerian leaders and Nigerian government wants to do things based on due process, wants to do things, based on checks and balances, if and when Nigerians wants the law to work, it does. It's just that the way Nigeria is that they don't want to, because they know how to. They know how to make things work. They have the ability, the capacity, and the capability to actually make things work. People like me, when people like me or anybody that talks about it, that is actually talking from a place of knowledge, is talking, it's because we know that Nigerians and Nigerian government can actually make Nigeria work. Yes, imagine, you know, looking at the whole shebang, the whole, anyhowness of Nigerian leaders, Nigerian government, even Nigeria itself, you wouldn't think that Nigeria will produce a petroleum, crude oil product that meets American standard. But no, they do. So it shows you that they can do things if they want to, if they actually set out to do things that work. That is why we will keep calling these people out. Yes, I keep calling the governments out, because we know that they can make Nigeria work if they want to. They can make Nigeria work. They can put laws and orders to make sure that things go the way they are supposed to go to every sector. Imagine Dangote Refinery being exported to America. They did not export substandard petroleum product to America. It checked everything. They sent the exact kind of, all the petroleum whatever. They have the standard that they export, and it met it. It shows that Nigeria can work if they want it to work. So to come 2027, let's make Nigeria work, okay? This shows us that these people, the Nigerian leaders, Nigerian government, the who is who, they know what they are doing. If all of them put heads together to make sure Nigeria is working, they will also benefit. We as the citizens of Nigeria will benefit. The world at large will benefit, because Nigeria has a lot to offer the international community. You get, sure you get. Sure you get. Nigeria, we have a lot to offer. We have things to offer. All we offer is not bad news and negativity. We have intellect. We have the manpower. We have resources to offer. Even agriculture, if they fix agricultural sector in Nigeria, we have a lot of fallow land that is wasting. So we can fix Nigeria. That's the fact. That is the lesson we learned from this.